And we're back again. Grappling Dads. Paul here.
Hey.
Hashtag hey.
Hashtag hey. I'm Kip.
Oh, good.
Yep, still here.
So, stuff and things happened a couple days ago.
We had some important things.
Yeah, we got to talk about that on the show.
Yes,
so
we do.
I decided to make the entire show about kind of what happened.
Yeah.
It was a big deal.
Like it.
It was a big deal to me.
I mean, I could take her to leave it.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter to everybody, but yeah.
I mean,
It made me feel pretty special.
I mean, something happened.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later.
We can talk about it now.
No, we can't.
Right this second.
No,
No?
because we have a huge announcement.
Okay. Let's do that first. I'll let you do your thing, and then we'll talk about the show that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
That made sense.
No.
Get after it, Kip.
Good babbling.
Check. I'm good at it.
Got to clear out.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
All right, everybody. We said last week that we were going to have a large announcement, and we do. We have our new sponsor, and it is Gameness Geese.
Heck yeah. Been around for a long time.
1998,
Yep.
according to a T-shirt I own.
I got that same T-shirt.
Yes, you do.
It's weird.
It's a nice T-shirt.
Yeah.
But, been around since 1998. Got some great geese. We actually wore them for the said topic of today, of Paul's test.
Yep.
And Paul's purple belt is fresh gameness.
Fresh new purple belt here.
Yeah.
I went from being a pretty decent blue belt to the worst purple belt possible.
Yeah, that was to be expected.
Yep.
But, we're really excited to add them to our family. The marketing director is awesome. The
super
owner
nice
seems
guy,
to be a great guy. And, we finished signing up with that last week, and we're really excited to tell you that we really enjoy their stuff, too.
Yeah, they sent us a nice care package to get us
Yep.
started. And, yeah, really, really nice stuff. I was super impressed.
You'll get to see them in action because I have our video editor putting together video.
Yeah, so I went through a 2-hour ordeal, I like to call it.
Yeah.
So somebody asked if it was a gauntlet.
No.
No, but also yes.
Also a little bit.
Because I would have rather just done a gauntlet, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it would have been better, probably.
Easier.
Yeah, it's ending quicker.
Definitely easier.
Ends way quicker.
Yeah. Actually, I'm actually pretty proud of what I did, though.
You did.
So,
But
yeah.
we'll get to it. Hold on.
All right.
We have Top Mount Apparel is also still a sponsor for us. We love them. We love Al. And we're okay with the rest of the guys there. I mean, what are you going to do? And check them out at topmountapparel.com. Check them out on Instagram. They got some great things going on there. I think they had a fighter going this week for some MMA fight. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
A champion or something like that.
Excellent.
Pretty
That's good
nifty.
stuff.
It was in Iowa, of all places. So very cool, but definitely check them out. Give them a look. Then we have Tap Tape. I don't know what to say.
We have all their tape.
I think we have all the tape in the United States.
He is redoing and rebranding
Yes.
the tape, and he's making some rash guards now, and he's got little ice packets for your fingers.
Very cool.
And you found out they work actually pretty good.
Hell yeah, because I hurt my damn finger.
Because you've been complaining about your damn finger for the
I know.
past 3 months, and we're like, nobody cares anymore, Kip. He's like, but I care. It still hurts.
I care. I have jiu-jitsu finger. I don't have jiu-jitsu hands. I have jiu-jitsu finger.
But yeah, it's actually quite nice.
They work really well when you actually freeze them. Because my kids got a little overzealous and opened like 5 packs, so I have like 10 of them in my freezer. Like, I don't need that many. I don't have that many fingers. But
you start breaking your kids' fingers, and then they'll be used.
That's what you get.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
You asked for it. But that's from Rift, which is also a company for Tap Tape.
Yep.
Very cool. Not sure where the rebranding's going, but it's definitely affecting how much he has.
We keep getting yelled at. We're like, it's not our fault.
It's not.
It's Mike's fault.
Can you send messages directly to Tap Tape, please? Rather than the intermediate that is us.
Look him up on the socials and yell at him.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
He's on there. He'll take it personally.
Yeah.
Don't do it now. He's out of the country. But
when he comes back, he'll be on
we'll
that.
let you know when he's back.
Yeah.
Yell at him.
Yep. So Mike and Elle both sent us care packages.
I was just going to get to that.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's fine. But yeah, they both sent care packages after hearing the last week's episode that we were having a fundraiser for a fallen teammate of ours for his daughters. And that happened on Saturday after Paul's test that we'll get to. And we want to thank them both again for donating. It raised a bunch of money for it. We had the most stuff there representing the Grappling Dads and our team. So we were pretty proud of that. At least I was. I was real proud of that. I'm
proud of them. So thank you guys.
Yeah, proud of you guys because all we did was, we didn't even do anything. We made Caden put them into little packages.
Yeah, my daughter.
We did nothing.
My daughter separated them all. Like, this is a nice little package, and this is a nice little package. It was really nice.
It was really well done.
Yeah, she did a great job.
Yeah, so that was, but it went over like gangbusters. Every single one of them had, we did a ticket system where you drop tickets into whatever you wanted to bid on. Yeah, so it was a raffle system for those, and all of them had a ton, half of them full, half the jar full. So it was really cool. People wanted the stuff. It's very cool. So thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to our newest sponsor, Gameness.com. We loved our gis. We wore them all Saturday. They were great for recording Paul's test because that's all I did.
You had a purpose. Mine was death, and yours was recording such a death.
And both look good in Gameness gis.
Jesus. We have a video that we're montaging.
Oh, we forgot Chad.
No, we're not done yet.
Are we not done?
No. Oh. I keep on interrupting.
I know you keep interrupting.
I'm sorry. Get through the.
We got where we tested on Saturday. Blackline Jiu-Jitsu. Check it out. Chad Pomeroy is our head coach and ran the test on Saturday. Beautiful Coroller Gracie was there, giving me all kinds of shit. Made fun of my outfit, what I was wearing, what I was doing. In about the first 5 minutes, I was talking to him. So
nice.
Overall, great experience.
always a pleasure.
But check him out, Coroller Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Check him out in Northern Indiana, and he's going to be in Ireland. So.
Oh yeah, go to the Ireland thing with him.
Yeah, go to the Ireland thing. I don't care if you don't have a ticket. Greg won't mind.
Just
it's
go.
Fine. Just show the fuck up. It's fine.
They're pretty welcoming as far as you know.
Greg's gonna give me the finger for you text right after the show. It's gonna be wonderful.
It's okay.
Those are our sponsors. And now, Paul.
I did the damn thing.
You did a damn thing.
I did the damn thing. I was not going
something you were never ever going to do when I first met you.
It wasn't in the cards. I wasn't going to bother. I didn't care. I wanted my purple belt really bad when I first started. Mm-hmm. And then I stopped really caring about it, and then I got my blue belt. I'm like, that feels really good. You know, I'm proud of that. And
but you got that right before you started with me, right? Pretty close.
9 months before.
That's pretty damn close.
Yeah, it's close, yeah. Less than a year, I suppose. But regardless, wasn't interested in the rank thing anymore. Like that just eventually faded from the forefront of my mind. I didn't think it mattered.
Yeah.
The problem is I kept on having different people come at me from different angles of why that's stupid, faulty thinking.
Yeah.
So my wife came at me quite a few times of, hey, you know what, your girls look up to you and they see what you do.
Yeah, they're in jiu-jitsu, so it makes sense.
Right, and if you don't push yourself, then you're showing them that it's not necessary.
Yeah.
Like, good, that one got me in the feels.
That's a good one. That one's going to hit you.
Jordan, one of our good friends,
nice.
he mentioned something very similar, but in his own way. He's like, how am I, because he goes, I'm not in a rush. Like, I don't care how fast I get them, but I do want to push myself to do something. And if I don't have a goal, then I don't have a need to push myself, and I don't become a better version of me if I don't push myself. And then we
definitely need a better version of you.
Well, yeah, I think everybody should become a better version of themselves as time goes on. I think we talked about that on the show.
We have. So
I'm like, okay, that kind of got to me. And then just everybody's encouragement and like, hey, you probably should start thinking about testing and going up. And
you leave me out of that one too. I also bugged the shit out of you.
Yeah, you're part of the group.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm just part of the group.
You probably bugged me more than most, if I'm honest.
Fucker.
You did. Yeah. You got annoying.
We're not friends anymore.
We got annoying.
Good.
I hate you.
Look who has a purple belt now. Win. I'm gonna chalk that up. Hold on.
Chip 1, Paul 0.
It's a win.
My point is like I didn't not only not care, but I didn't really want to do it.
Yeah,
and then
it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's not, especially in the system that we're in. It is not
so
simple.
The system I came from was, surprise, you're this belt. And then they,
which is fine.
Yeah, then they beat the piss out of you with a bunch of belts called a gauntlet. If you're not familiar with that, it sucks.
Look up a video. We bitched about it before. It's fine.
So you fall in one of three camps, maybe. Like, it's either barbaric, or it's awesome, or you don't really care so long as you have a choice. Or like, if you want to do it, cool. If you don't want to do it, cool. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a gauntlet and they want to hit you, then I'm fine with that. Like, whatever floats your boat, as long as they don't force that when you get a belt. I think just
people
stupid.
are just too sadistic when they do it. Like, you see people taking running starts, not shitting you, and hitting people. I'm like, dude, that's not the point of the gauntlet.
Right.
Like, you being a fucking douche is not the point.
Right. So, but that's the mindset that I kind of grew up in, right? So that's just what it was. And then when you got promoted, it was all a surprise, which I originally thought that's the way to go. That's cool. Yeah. So when I first went to Croyler's system, I thought it was kind of dumb that we had to test.
Yeah, it's a test-based system.
Yeah. So my first thoughts of testing was like, I don't know, man, your coach should know where you're at, just give you a belt when you're ready. And I thought it was kind of ridiculous. But the more I got into it, the more I started testing or studying for the test and getting ready, the more I realized, oh, wow, this makes a lot of sense. Yeah. And it made my entire game so much better because there's a lot of things in jiu-jitsu that I just don't do. And I always went to my A game. Yep. Doing the test forced me to learn other parts of the game that I just normally wouldn't get good at. Yeah. Which correlated eventually, like it wasn't overnight.
No, of course
not.
But
the more
nothing we do is overnight.
The more I reviewed the test, the more I realized I found myself in those positions during a roll, and I could actually start to pull them off more and more, which made my game better. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. Plus, a little bit like the gauntlet, it's a little bit of a rite of passage too. So with the cardio that they do, then once you're just dead tired, you got nothing more to give, then you do the test and then you roll with people at the end. And when you're done with it, like, you're proud of it that you got through that. So I think that's really cool. It meant a lot. It meant a lot more to me than I thought it ever could.
Yeah. Well, and because you do the exact same process, there's more techniques for our blue belt. Yeah. Like, it's the same freaking beat the shit out of you till you die and then do techniques. So just less information you have to test for. But that part wasn't bad. That part I had done so many times, just like you. Right. I was pretty comfortable there. It was trying to get through that cardio and not die. It was an issue.
Yeah. I almost died.
Yeah, you did.
I honestly thought I was passing out a couple times.
You got close because you were stumbling towards the wall a few times when me and Larry were like, oops, somebody catch him.
Yeah. It was... So... I wanted to make sure that I gave everything I had because I didn't want people looking at me like, oh, he's just sandbagging out there. Yeah. I wanted to test myself. I'm not trying to prove it to anybody else, but I was trying to prove it to myself. Okay. And I think I did. Like,
you did great, dude.
I honestly wanted to do better than I did. Like, I wanted to be able to like hold my head up high and make it look easy. No, but I pushed myself. I pushed myself, and I'm like, God,
no, you did awesome. You really did.
I had that second win for a minute.
That was fucking hilarious.
What happened?
So
what happened, Kip?
So my job was to, like, initially I thought for our test I would be right next to Paul. Like, well, were you with that? Yeah, you were right now. You were no. Who'd you hang out with during my test?
I tried to bounce around.
Yeah, it wasn't me the whole time. You must have bounced between me and Eric. I think. But anyways, you were there for me for part of the time. So I wanted to be there for Paul. Well, Paul asked me to just record the motherfucker. I'm like, can I do it and record? Probably not.
Well, you still got the neck issue and shit. So
yeah, too. Yeah. So, which I appreciated. So I felt like a tool not doing anything, but, probably shouldn't have. But that's okay. And so I'm taping, and Paul, about 3/4 of the way through the cardio, which is, probably 30, 35 minutes in.
It might have been more than that. It might have been like almost 40 minutes in.
Yeah, it was fucking
right hard. At the end, I'm like, I got this.
I had the same thing. You all of a sudden are like, I feel fucking good. Let's do this. And you started running past everyone, and everybody's going, yeah, Paul, woo. And then I'm sitting there. I leaned over. I don't know who I said it to. I'm like, he's gonna be dead in like 30 seconds. And they're like, and you look great. he started doing, what was that? It's the elbows.
Up downs.
Up downs, that's it. He went to do up downs, got through 20 of them, like a fucking champ, just like, wow, that's impressive. And then slug the whole rest of the way. I'm like, oh, he told you he's gonna die.
I hit a wall.
like
it
bad.
was because I was hitting a wall slowly during my like it was like before second wind.
Yes,
I'm just ramping down.
You
down.
can feel the energy going away.
And then the last run, I was dead, and I'm like, oh wait, I got my breath back. I felt good. I got like a moment of clarity. I'm like, we good now. This is awesome. I'm gonna be tough. I'm gonna be that guy. Yeah. And then it wasn't.
He was that guy for a minute and a half.
It just went.
Everybody was super impressive, and then nothing. Like you were like we had to help you get up from that set of up down. So I was like, I'm just gonna help him get up.
I appreciated that.
Yeah,
it's funny. People would like slap my back, and that was almost enough to take me out.
Yeah,
like I'm like, I appreciate the support, and I know what you're trying to do. Don't touch me.
Please, God, don't touch me.
Please stop touching me.
I'm gonna fall down.
And then because I'm dumb, like when the cardio was over, I have the biggest water bottle.
Yeah,
in the
that
world.
Fucker was heavy.
And I'm trying. It was
1,000,000 pounds.
I'm trying to pick it up, and I'm like, I can't get it to my mouth. This is stupid. I need a straw.
You do have a humongous water. It's not that heavy, but it was then.
It was then. Yeah,
ooh, it looked like it was made of granite.
Yeah, I could just. My sweat was like just pouring in my eyeballs.
Yeah, dude, it's bad.
It was really rough. Like I said, I wanted to give it everything I had, prove it to myself. I wanted a day that I could remember, although I don't remember a lot of it, which is weird.
It scoots by, man. Yeah. It's crazy. Like, I don't remember a ton of mine either. But yeah, if everyone's wondering, he did fucking great through the cardio. He really did for a 40-year-old man.
The test got a little janky when my knee locked up on me.
That was fucking hilarious.
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb. So you'll see a recording of the cardio and his rolls. We do not record our test. Just can't be out there. So we didn't record the test. So you don't get to see this wonderfulness that was his test, because he was just cruising through the test. But then, and I did it too, I think everybody gets to it, you're so tired that you start to speed up. So Paul was very methodical with all of his moves all the way through training to get ready for it. Then all of a sudden I'm like, wow, he's moving quicker. Ooh,
I wanted it to look cool.
He's speeding up.
and I got my third wind.
Another time where I leaned over and went, he's going to hurt himself. 2 moves later, he goes to basically pivot on his knee and goes,
yeah. Yeah, my meniscus flipped.
Yeah, that was bad. You could see the just anguish in your face. It was bad.
It made the rest of the test pretty miserable. Like my knee was just like the throbbing. It's kind of like my legs asleep plus throbbing feeling. I'm like, oh, Jesus, this sucks.
And I had a great view of this whole process. So I was sitting pretty far to the back, so I could see up towards the front where all like the people that came to watch, which included Paul's mother. So I could see Paul's mom sitting there. She literally took a step forward when her son got hurt. And in my head, I'm like, please, God, tell me his mommy comes to save him.
My mommy was going to save her baby. And I would have I would have loved that.
It would have been fucking great. Mommy, it hurts.
She told me, because I did that cage fight years ago.
Yeah.
And she goes, I understand now why there's the cage. It's to keep the mothers out.
Yes.
Like,
yes, it is.
I get it.
But yeah, she had a few people. She probably would have hurdled them if they gave her any more time.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But I recovered pretty quickly.
No, you did really well. Yeah. And so Croyler then from then on out kept telling his dumbass to slow down. He never heard a bit of it. Croyler's like, slow down, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself.
Croyler and Chad were mumbling everything. I'm like, I can't hear you.
They were quiet.
They need like bullhorns like the...
Well, how many times? Croyler really isn't that loud.
No, he's pretty quiet.
Yeah, he's just a quieter tone. He's just a quieter dude. Chad, on the other hand, Chad's loud like us.
If you listen to his podcast, he sounds like a Gregorian chant. It's...
Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah, I like it.
But Chad could speak, like I just said. He's loud,
he can be loud, but he wasn't.
He was very reserved.
Yeah, like, bro, I can't hear you.
Well, my wife, who was your Uki, was like, what? And they're just like, just do what he says. I'm like, but what did he say?
I have to know what's going on, too.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I did. as soon as I did it, I realized I messed up one thing. Like I knew one part of the test.
I saw which part you screwed up.
And I knew it too, but I think
okay.
overall, I did pretty well for how
well.
done I was physically.
Yeah, and that strains on your brain for sure because
Yeah.
you're just exhausted.
And it's so much stress. Like I'm an introvert. Like I can fake it, but everybody's eyes are on me. Like in the entire gym, like that's uncomfortable. I didn't like it. It was a nice feeling that everybody's behind me and cheering me on and there for me, and it was like warm fuzzies.
Yeah.
But also like just so much added pressure. Like don't screw this up, and the more you think don't screw something up, the more likely you are to do what I did and screwed something up. An easy one too.
No. And the fun, it was actually. Yeah, it was one from the white to blue test.
It was a dumb mistake.
Yeah, white to blue test you missed.
Well, so I assumed because there's the same kind of thing on the purple belt test that I would have just done that one.
Yep.
So yeah, my brain just went. It kind of made that noise that it does when it sends a fax, like like wrong one, file not sent.
Yeah, it's okay.
Whatever.
Other than that, you did great.
Thanks, bud.
And it was fun watching you throw my wife around and choke my wife. That was fun.
Dude, I felt bad because I was.
You kept saying sorry.
So when we were training, I would make her make those noises, but not that often. Like once or twice, and I'm like, oh my God! Like I just couldn't feel.
You're tired.
Yeah.
So what happens is you just over torque it just a little bit because you feel like you need to because you're so tired, even though you're doing the. But the problem is you're doing the technique, right? So it's like, oh, now I'm torquing into you. But sorry.
Well, I did so many push-ups and stuff. Like I couldn't feel my arms hardly. So I didn't have that.
You're just putting that extra little bit because you don't know. You're like, well, I'm so tired. I need to do this. No, you don't.
I did that one throw wrong. And then I had redid that. So I felt good about my try to.
Came back to that one. That's good. But no, you did. Yeah. It was fun to watch. Well, okay, it was pretty boring because you didn't make many mistakes to make fun of.
I'm so glad for that.
Yeah, I really want to make fun of you.
I worked really hard.
Yeah, you did.
So I did my best.
Well, congratulations.
I put it all out there, so I hope I didn't disappoint anybody. So.
Oh, you disappointed me.
Well.
I wanted fuck ups. I wanted like barely purple belt. Like Croyler would have been like.
Yeah,
maybe.
Like, okay, I'm gonna give this to you, but we're gonna have discussion after this. Okay.
You're gonna have to have a skill build.
Yeah,
after
you
this.
need about 5 private lessons to make up for all your shit.
I'm gonna charge you now just to clear it up.
I'll give you this, but you're kicked out of the school. You can't come back.
Sorry, you can be a purple belt somewhere else. Don't tell them where you got it.
Wait, so during the rolls, I felt pretty white beltish, man. Like.
Well, dude, you just don't know how to get off the bottom. You literally forget. You're like, oh God.
Like. My frames, like, they didn't exist. I'm like, funk. Like, I don't have any. Like, they just flop. They're floppity.
It made it super hard to roll with you and to be. Let's be honest. I wanted to roll enough to make you move. I couldn't really make you move. I just kept spinning around on top of you. I'm like, do something.
Dude, I was trying so hard.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I could tell. You were just putting everything you had into it. Like, you grabbed my leg, and honestly, like, I could see that you were trying to get me to tip over. It was funny because I'm like, I felt no pressure from your legs at all. You're like,
dude, I literally gave that everything I had.
And I couldn't feel it. I was just like, I'm like, yeah.
Yep. I was done.
And then I looked at you and I go, could you let go? Because I was just going to push on your back. Yeah. I'm like, just let go because to get out, I'm going to do this. And you just let go finally. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. Enjoy. Come upon me.
The pass, you're not going to like.
Yeah, I'm like, this will only last a few more minutes.
But I want to thank Chad, actually. It was all upper belts that got to roll with Paul, and we had a good amount there. We had Vic, Claude, Croyler, Justin, and Chad were all there. So that's a legit last roll, and Chad let me roll with Paul, and that was the first roll, which was awesome. Which was a lot of fun. I felt honored to be able to do that and be part of your test. So that was cool.
Great. I was glad you got to do that.
And then when your kids got to beat the shit out of you after everyone was done, I thought that was pretty cool too.
That was adorable. That meant a lot. So my children.
Dude, they did all that shit.
They decided on their own. I didn't ask them. They wanted to show the solidarity and do the entire warm-up with their dad. Yep. And they did the damn thing too. Man. Yeah. Impressive.
You'll see them on the video a lot.
Yeah. I was just so happy that they that they did that. Like, I have no words.
They did amazing, too.
Yeah, and then I asked Chad after Croyler's done, because I want to make sure that you do the test the way you want to and kill me as much as you want to kill me. But when Croyler's done, like he's supposed to be the last one, throw my kids in there. Make sure they get, because they will have worked hard. Yeah. And they want to be a part of that. So, yeah, then they came on and they beat the crap out of me.
That's funny.
They did good.
I'm super helpful as a friend. Hey, do a cross. Don't forget the cross collar choke.
Choke him like this.
You liked that one. Sydney listened. He did it.
Yeah, they did a great job. I was super proud of them.
Caden and Sydney did great.
Yep, it meant a lot that they were there doing that with me. So, yeah, that was really cool. It was a great day. It was a hard day, but
it was fun.
Yeah, I can be proud.
It was fun.
Even though I don't, I didn't want to be the purple belt yet.
Yeah, after 12 years in the sport, God forbid you move up.
I'll grow into it, people, I promise. I'll keep going. Try my hardest.
You wanted to go this morning like an idiot.
I did. I'll be there. I'll be there tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. I should be there tomorrow.
You'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
100%. Guaranteed.
Yeah, I'll probably be there.
Cool. But yeah, so that happened.
Very cool.
So speaking of that, I figured the pro tip might be on purple belt stuff, and I can give my feedback on their thoughts, his thoughts actually.
I love leaving you out there.
Roy Dean.
Roy Dean.
He's actually quite popular. He's got his own podcast. He's huge on YouTube.
Yep.
Matter of fact, the first time I've heard about testing was his YouTube page years ago.
Yeah,
because he would do testings and then put it out on YouTube as well.
You know who's a big friend of his and a big follower of his? Paul Elliott.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Didn't know that. We'll have to do.
I do believe. I might be wrong.
We'll have to nerd out together on Roy Dean then.
No, he wasn't Roy Dean. I was wrong.
Roy Harris?
No. I forget who it was.
Oh, Jesus, that's not helping.
Good
job. Good job.
Hey, Paul, tell me who you idolize. Just tell me.
Anyway, he's huge.
It's just fun bringing Paul up because he gets annoyed with us no matter what we do.
Oh, one of the next pro tips, not the next one, but the next one. I'm using his stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited to read it.
You talked about that a while ago.
Yeah,
so I tried. It's cool.
I tried to get him to write it, and he's like, "This is a tough one." So it took him a minute. So it should be fun. I will fix it on the show with my eloquent reading.
Some would say fuck it up, but we call it fixing it.
No, we just make it better. That's what we do.
Make it palatable to the masses.
Which you said.
Thank you.
Well said.
Thank you.
Good. All right. So, purple belt requirements and tips with Roy Dean. The transition from blue to purple is arguably the one that you will see the biggest change in a person's approach to jiu-jitsu. No matter how long the change in color takes, technique generally morphs from segmented and defensive to a smooth, flowing sequence mixed with attacking and defending moves. When you are first handed your blue belt, it might seem nearly impossible that you will ever gain the finesse to earn your purple. But that's what we're here for. Yeah, exactly. So when I got my blue belt, I had purple belts in the same school that were just destroying me.
Yeah, of course.
And they made it look so easy and fun and good. You know what I mean? And it was just like artsy. That's the best way to put it. It was flowy and artsy and smooth.
Yep.
Like, God, that's really cool. And to his point, like mine was very linear as far as I would go for one thing, like a pit bull, and that's it. And if I didn't get it, it would be a scramble to another position, and then I'm going for one thing.
Yeah.
So there was no flowing from technique to technique and defensive, and it wasn't a good roll.
Yeah.
It was a hard roll, and it was a tough roll.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a good roll.
Understandable.
So yeah, looking at those people, I'm like, how the hell do you get to be like that? Like I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, it seems impossible.
Yeah, I mean it was hard. It was hard enough for me to get a blue belt, right? To learn enough techniques to be a tough roll.
Yeah,
and for my brain to go, I could be like that one day, which was so much farther in my mind.
Yeah, so much farther ahead.
Yeah, because blue belt, I don't want to say is an easy belt to get, but compared to a purple, it's an easy belt to get.
Yeah,
there's no two ways about it.
I would agree.
Oh, good. Yeah, instructional program, blah, blah, blah. Okay, picture yourself a brand new blue belt. Maybe that is present day, or perhaps that was 2 years ago. You are snug in your little blue cocoon waiting to emerge a purple butterfly. But what happens during that transformation? We covered the road from white to blue in a previous post, which is mostly physical and linear. On this leg of the journey, we are delving into the first layer of mental jiu-jitsu and learning how to branch off the straight path. one, you develop preference and a style. That was tough for me. I didn't know how to develop a style. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I didn't have enough moves to mash together to realize what I'm good at. Like I was still getting hurt frequently because I wasn't good enough to even defend myself properly.
Okay.
Let alone work on building a game based off my body type.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So the skill tree we talked about, right? If I would have known about that concept,
it was more of a skill, straight line for you.
It wasn't even that. It was janky. It was like a skill. It was like something up here, and then I learned something over there that was unrelated, and it doesn't go together at all. You know what I mean? So every skill I would learn didn't flow from one thing to another. So it wasn't like, hey, I'm in close guard, and they stand up, and I already have the sleeve grip because I already have the next thing prepared, and the ankle grab, and I'm doing, you know what I mean? I didn't have any of that. I'd have to like make shit up on the go until I found myself in a position that I could use something that I knew.
Gotcha.
Which sometimes worked out, most of the time did not.
Yeah.
But that was my progression, which is to say I didn't really have one.
Yeah.
Until so
kind of goes back to the show that we did. How do you get better jiu-jitsu when you're learning a new technique every week?
That was my life, especially because a long time I'd go like once a week.
Yeah.
Wow. I
gotta
mean,
really excel.
It's not that you can't get better,
no.
right? It's just that if you go once a week, it's hard to go with people that go like twice a week. And if they build from this technique to this technique, like they, Monday and Wednesday, and they build off that. Well, then I miss like every other class basically that everybody else is going to. And it's hard to...
Yeah, it's hard to put those little things together.
Yeah, it's hard to cement that knowledge in. So
for sure.
A lot of my jiu-jitsu career was like that kind of stuff. And then I get out of it for 3 months because of work or, whatever.
Life.
Injuries, dumb shit. So this way, when I got into it again, now I'm going 2 or 3 days a week.
Okay.
And then that third day was all test stuff. So I'm really going through moves that kind of fit and sequence together. And because it's moves from all the positions, not all of them, but a majority of the positions, like the biggest ones that everybody heard of, not like the reverse de la Hiva and stuff like that, or worm guard, or squid guard, nothing like that, right? But the big basics, I didn't have any of that. So once I got those ideas into my head, now I'm like, oh, and it really did just that. It by picking the moves that I could do physically, for my test, it helped me build that game.
It makes complete sense because you've had me doing that for the longest time. Was just building on what I was able to do and what
build off
me the
this.
most. Yeah. So I started from this. That if I have this, it will lead to that. If this gets blocked, then I can go to this because I still have this. Or if I did that, I'm here. It's a great way to learn. You become much more dangerous much quicker.
Yeah, it's so much more
just
fun
grabbing
too.
information from here, and trying to cram it into a roll.
Yeah, and the more you learn in jiu-jitsu, the more fun it is too.
Oh, it really is.
So the quicker you can put stuff together, the quicker it becomes fun.
Yeah.
Because the first 6 months, it was a catch-22, right? So it was fun, but it was frustrating and I hated it.
Yeah.
So there's something about it that kept me going. It's like that.
That's so weird about jiu-jitsu.
I don't know what it is, man.
It's
like we
crazy.
talked about this.
It's kind of like a drug.
Yeah, it's kind of like the endorphins you get. It's, it can be the community. It can be the fact that you're learning something mental. You're doing something physical. It's good for your well-being, all that kind of fun stuff.
You think you're progressing?
Yeah. Whether or not you are, you're like, yeah.
It's up in the air.
Well, a little bit of it's funny too because you can get tougher but not good at jiu-jitsu, which is weird.
It's crazy, right?
That was a weird concept that Croyler taught us. Like you can be a tough roll, but you can have really crappy jiu-jitsu.
Yep. And he even equated it to competitors, where he's like, dude, I can watch competitors that their jiu-jitsu is terrible, but their athleticism can beat the level that they were competing against. I'm like, oh, that's fucking crazy.
It's nuts. And so I had a hard time wrapping my head around that because growing up in it, I always equated tough to good.
Yes.
He goes, no, it's not the same shit. If you're good, you'll consequently be tough.
Yes.
But just because you're tough doesn't mean you're good. I'm like, it's breaking my brain. Well, but the more we talk about it and the more I do jiu-jitsu, the more I'm like,
yep.
I got it.
Well, you really notice it in a roll when you get the Man, that was a tough roll. And you're like, yeah, but I wasn't good. Oh.
It's funny
because it's confusing. People say you're a tough roll, or sometimes that's their way of saying, wow, you fucking went way too hard at that.
Yeah. So I think I'm finally getting enough experience. I'm finally at the baby purple belt.
Yes.
So I think I have a little bit to say on. I can tell the difference between a tough roll and a good roll. Now.
Yes.
So I can have a tough roll with a very athletic white belt that used to be a wrestler that's just jacked.
For sure.
Like, no, dude, you pose problems for me.
Yes.
Like you do. I'm a 40-year-old man that has a couple of kids, and I do this for fun. You're a guy that's really serious. Maybe, you're a competitor or whatever the case may be.
Yep.
And yeah, you're a tough roll for me, but you're jiu-jitsu shit.
Yeah.
So, and then I got people that I can easily beat
Like
because I have a lot more physicality than they happen to have. Like they're just very, very small. They don't have any physical attributes that are like that strong, tough white belt.
They don't have the buffer. They don't have that big buffer of athleticism to bring it up.
But the roll is technical and it's sound and it's fun and we're both learning stuff and we're trading techniques. And I'm like, oh, this is jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
This is really cool. And those people, they're tough, but not in the same way. It's not got the same feeling, right? So I might not tap them out, just like I might not tap the white belt out.
Yeah.
But the white belt would seem like I'm just more sore because he just cranks on everything. And
and they pull on things that aren't things. It's like
where the upper belt will be smoother about things. So also didn't tap him out.
Yeah.
But nobody's hurt, nobody's sore.
Yep.
And it's
more enjoyable for both.
It just feels good. It's like a nice little joyride, if you will.
Yeah.
And it was more mental than physical at that point. And that's the differences I'm noticing. Like, oh, okay, now I get it. This this is how people train until they're 80, right?
Yep.
Is they roll like this. They don't roll like that.
I can't roll like that anymore.
Dude,
I never really could, but
I'm learning. It's not easy. It's not easy to roll like Croyler because he's been doing it for so long. I'm like, how do you do that sorcery? That
threw
magic?
you like a fucking baby.
So I went over there and I watched the video. And
I'm like, you watched it at my place earlier.
I'm like, I look utterly stupid. Like I look stupid with you, let alone with Croyler. Yeah, I mean, you kicked the shit out of me, and the Croyler just like played with me like a steel plays with a dead.
He threw you immediately, safely. Like he's really good at focusing on non-injured areas. So he went to town on your upper body.
he looked like an orca playing with a seal.
Yeah.
That he just killed.
Oh,
just flipping it up in the air.
It was fucking hilarious. I was like, that was awesome. Everybody laughed at the very first move.
Yeah, I promise everybody. I don't know who all listens to it. I know Croyler does, but I promise I tried so hard.
Oh, no, you could see the effort.
Yeah.
You could see the effort. Ben tried to pull you on the top to give you something different, and you couldn't even make it for the first.
I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah, then you got it at the end, and that was because Ben was trying to stop because Chad had said new guy.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
You just you kept going after Ben.
I wondered why he laughed at the end. Like, why are you laughing at me? I'm like, I was doing good. He's like, yeah, I was getting off you, and you attacked me.
He was trying to get away.
Yeah. My bad. Sorry.
You just kept chasing him. We're like, that's pretty funny because Justin, I think, was next, and he's just sitting there, like he had stepped out, like I'm gonna take you. And then nothing. Because you just kept rolling with
Justin's so big, dude.
He really is.
He laid on me, and it's just like, just that's like the earth just,
dude. He's
slowly crushing you.
He's such a big dude,
oh my
man.
God. I'm like, I just want a little wiggle room. Just give me a little. I'm like, I'm like, come on, bro, don't do this to me. He did though.
It was fun.
It was fun. I had a good time. As far as you know. Not at the time.
Doesn't look like it on tape.
It was appreciated after the fact.
Yes.
So, yeah, good stuff. All right, develop preference and a style. By the time you are promoted to purple belt, you should be aware of your strengths and weaknesses in jiu-jitsu, as well as how to adjust your grappling strategy to produce the best outcome. If you have short legs, then as a blue belt, your job is to play with and attempt different types of submissions and defenses to see if they are feasible to use in a live rolling situation, or if you have an easier time with something else. That was that was a big thing for me because like I can't do triangles.
Yeah.
But they're so important. You know what I mean?
They are quite important.
So I wish I could. I can get into the triangle lock. You know what I mean? The triangle trap.
Yes.
So I can get there, but I have to like modify what I do.
Mm-hmm.
If I get like totally perpendicular in my for the video, if my foot is like under my calf, like it's not gonna pop out. But if my foot gets anywhere under my knee, it's gonna flip.
Yeah.
So working around that kind of stuff in some different guards, where if I put a little bit of like butterfly guard, it's a no bueno if both my feet are in, and like because if they try to pass and my leg can't move, that's a tough one.
Oh no, and I know because you've tried to butterfly hook me before, and I'm just annoyed.
I have
to do the drop back on them.
I can get a butterfly hook. I can get a butterfly hook if my leg is straight. Yeah, not in. You know what I mean? So I can do like an elevator sweep or something. Yes. But yeah, it's a slippery slope for me a little bit, depending on what the opponent does. Yeah,
so. You've ended up in that position with me, and every time I have to do the step back moves, I can't do the pressure passes on those. I know that. So I actually really appreciate the fact that you try really hard to go around my injuries, but give me a little credit. Like no, you do really well.
I do really well at not getting too messed up. Like occasionally I
think you just trust me enough to get in a bad position where you know I'm not going to fuck you up, because when we're really rolling hard, there's nothing I can do. You just dominate the shit out of me. So it's just constant fucking defense. But yeah.
So when I'm rolling with somebody like Justin, like me and him don't roll a lot because he's more of the no-gi guy.
Yes, he's not there when we're there.
Yeah. So if he gets me in a position, he doesn't know me well enough not to do that. So I have to be really, really careful to kind of mitigate where he gets, or I have to like give up a lot of position. So I'd rather have him in side control.
So he doesn't go there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, look, you passed my guard so easily.
But yeah, that's just something I've had to learn to get around, and I'm getting better at rolling with the limitations I have in my knees.
Yeah, you are.
So, but yeah, that takes a lot of time. And again, a testament to the test is it forced me to learn stuff in positions that I normally wouldn't do that I could now, right? Yeah. So
which is cool.
Yeah. So there's some things in a butterfly guard that I'm like, I can actually pull this off. Like I can do this, and it doesn't affect my knees at all. And I wouldn't have known that without having to go through the test and having to do butterfly guard stuff. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I get it.
Well, and by the way, I just want to add, I have to watch your legs because most of my passes are on your joint, on your knees. Like I do a lot of pressure on those.
Yeah.
So I just don't do those two. That's about most of it.
Well, you'll notice like if somebody gets me in a position, I just let them. I don't flop. I'm like,
but I would rather have you not do that. I'd rather come up with a different pass, than that, because it gives me another thing to do, to somebody else. So for me,
you should do a cartwheel pass.
That would be fucking awesome. I would somehow kick myself in the face.
I like it. Kick somebody else in the head on the way down. I'm like, hey, I got to take him in the head. So do you.
Seems fair.
Fair.
I kick myself. You get kicked too.
Yep, there you go.
We're in the same role.
Dang it.
Oh, man, I'm bad at jiu-jitsu.
We all are. I mean, maybe not all of us. Painting with a wide brush.
Yeah, that was a really wide brush. Hey, all listeners, you suck.
Yeah, everybody sucks. Just saying. Jiu-jitsu. If you think you're good, you're not. Just gotta throw that out there. It's funny. Most people actually feel that way. That's actually the hedonic treadmill I want to talk about. Like, no matter how good you get, a lot of people always think, I still suck. I'm not where I want to be. Blah, blah, blah. So hopefully we can kind of, because I have that issue. And
I can't wait, because you have it a lot. And for me, I'm very okay with like where I'm at. You know what I mean? Right. Like I can see how bad I am, but I can also see the things that I'm good at. Very few. And so few, but I can see that, and I can stay even keel, I guess is a good way of putting it. But you definitely have an issue with that.
There's a spectrum.
Yeah.
Right. So
it's wide.
So you have the people that came in like I started. This is weird because I went from one end of the spectrum to the other.
You really did.
So I came in thinking I'm going to be a 6-month blue belt and I'm going to rock this and I'm going to kick everybody's ass. And then I went from that to what I am now is I'm never good enough. I keep on going. I'm stagnant. I'm plateauing. Just holy crap, people are passing me. And I always feel like I'm a disappointment to my teammates because my skill level sucks compared to my belt level. And that's that's the fight in my head, and it's hard to get myself out of that mode. It's like telling somebody, hey, stop being depressed. You know what I mean?
Just stop it.
Yeah, it's something that I have to work through, and I don't know, it just is. So I think a lot of people are on that.
Oh no, and I know the way my brain works with this in particular is I'm fortunate. It's because it's how your brain works. Yep. It's not something that you're making a conscious choice to be like, I'm gonna hate myself today. I mean, it's just that's what happens.
Right. As long as you don't think you're better than you are, because I think that's
I don't have that problem.
Like, wow.
I definitely don't have that problem.
Yeah.
If you only knew how terrible I really am.
I'm so great. I'd win worlds, but my knee hurts a little bit. So
yeah, I'd win worlds if it was against very, very small dogs. I could fuck up a dog.
Maybe put a dog in a gi. I'm good. Small dog though, like a poodle.
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
Not
the
one big
with big
poodles.
teeth.
No, like the small,
like the little toy
toy
poodles.
Yeah.
Like lock the shit up.
Hugo's dog, I could beat that.
Fuck up Hugo's dog.
He's adorable too,
isn't he?
Yeah. That's a cute dog. Neighbors have one just like him, different color though.
They do. I saw him on the way in.
Frenchie.
Yeah, little Frenchie.
Yeah.
He was. Megan is watching him while they're out, and she was walking him, and he got me all wet. Did
he tinkle on you?
Yeah. No, he just jumped on me.
Oh, gotcha.
He was super excited to see me.
Gotcha.
He's got the Joker smile. I love that.
Yep.
Oh God. It's like, oh God, you're creeping me out, dog.
Don't be that happy. Nobody's that happy.
Nobody's that happy. That dog's that happy.
All right. Different types of submissions, defenses, to see if they are feasible, blah, blah. For example, triangles from guard might be hard for you to efficiently close on a regular basis, especially against bigger people. That doesn't mean you should completely abandon triangles or not work them into your regular submission rotation, but be aware of the limitations you have and adjust according to each individual partner as you deem necessary. Another common drawback would be size in general, though this can be taken as both a pro and a con in certain situations. Okay, for example, my triangle, right? I'm not going to throw up a triangle on Justin. It's just not going to work.
No.
But I can on your wife, and I can on Robert. You might probably not, but if they're small, I can
be close on me because
yeah.
I'm just not. I'm a slender dude.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be pretty tiny for me to do it.
Yeah,
and not.
No, we tried. You can't do mine.
No,
you've tried.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot. We've tried that.
It was kind of like your Eddie Bravo bullshit that you pull on me. That you're like you're not wide this way, but like this way, I can't make it work.
Because I can hold people down in that mission control.
Yeah.
And I can just fucking lock people down. They're just like, what the fuck are you doing? Because it's just not something we do in our school very often. But when I go to do it on Paul, I'm like, damn, you're thick. Son of a bitch.
I hear that. I'm like,
don't look big.
No, I don't. Like if you see, you'll watch the video. Like I look like a tiny little sprite compared to a lot of people.
But you're not.
Yeah, so.
From nipple to spine, you're wide.
I'm wide in the wrong direction.
You're wide in the weird direction.
I'm built stupid. I'm not quite barrel chested. That's not the right word.
No,
but kind of.
It's weird because you and I can wear we got our stuff from Gameness and like totally different sizes in gis because you fill out a gi. Like I'm a full size below you. I weigh almost as much as you. I'm a little bit taller.
Yep.
But not by much.
Nope.
And somehow you're a full gi size atop of me. I'm like, how?
Yeah, because mine fits pretty damn well, and yours is still looks big on you.
Mine's big, and it's Justin. I'll be emailing you.
It's just
I'm tiny.
I'm built like a 2x4.
Yeah.
Do you have 2x4 size? Yeah. Do you have that?
Is that like on the label? Stick. Is that a level?
Keys for stick figures.
Stick figures because it's kind of me.
That's really funny.
But no. Yeah, but yours fits. Like it doesn't like mine wrapped around my lapel, went all the way to my other hip. I'm like,
nice.
This is a little big.
Yep.
Comfy as fuck.
Telling you, man, you gotta start doing the bench press.
Which one were you wearing? You were wearing the Air Pro?
Yep.
And I was wearing the Featherlight Pro.
Yep.
Both sweet. Just wanted to add that.
Oh yeah, people were loving.
Yeah, people like new gi.
Yeah, they were commenting on the.
I'm like, I know, it's a little big. It's like I borrowed a larger man's gi.
You'll grow into it. Just keep eating the Twinkies, bro.
I try. I get to this size and it just stops because I am not in shape right now.
No, you're not.
No,
you gotta fix that.
Thanks, dude. Thanks for really. Saying, you just. It's my dad bod. It's fun. Fun.
I thought I was in shape until yesterday, and I found out I'm not in any kind of shape.
No.
Yeah, I'm kind of a wuss.
No, everybody dies.
That's good. That makes me feel a little better.
Dude, you saw me, and I was running. I was in good shape then.
Yep.
Well, good shape.
Yeah.
And I died.
Yeah, you're right.
Everyone dies, dude. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I wasn't there for Claude's test, and I heard he did not die.
That's not... Fuck him. Fuck him.
That guy.
That dude's a different creature when it comes to cardio.
Not fair.
Jiu-jitsu in general. He's a different creature.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't listen to
Don't
this,
like
so
it,
fuck you, Claude.
I'll fight you to the death. Just don't listen to this, please.
Yeah, right. I'll fight you to the death if you never hear this.
We'll edit that out. All right. Now, smaller people obviously have less strength, but they also have more flexibility and move more quickly than their larger counterparts. Unless you're Croiler, in which case
fuck all.
You're flexible and you're fast
all.
and you're large. Must be nice, bro. Enjoy your genetics. If you are on the small side compared to your opponents, then go to the roll anticipating them using the size differential to their benefit by playing heavy and relying more on strength moves. This means you should be running submissions through your head that are based more on leverage, speed, and joint mobility. Learning how your body moves will come somewhat naturally. Your real job is to remember how to apply it and assess different situations as they arise. That's another problem.
Yes.
So I had a one-size-fits-all jiu-jitsu game.
You really did.
I would
Even
roll
when
with,
I met you.
Oh, dude, I would roll with you the same way I'd roll with Justin, the same way I'd roll with little Robert, and it just never changed. I'm like, oh, okay, I can't do that. So how can I modify my game to somebody else's size and attributes? It took a while.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't have to do that. I don't know.
Well, I think a lot of people would get into that just because it's what you're good at. You're going to fade towards what you're good at. And you were really good at that sequence of moves, and the things that you did, you were fucking good at. Like, it was annoying. But the only problem with that is once I figured out how to stop it, you were fuck all. And it wasn't the same kind of roll. Then you started using muscle all of a sudden. I'm like, where'd this come from? You know, because that wasn't you.
I'm going to get it. Yeah. It's all that I have.
This is going to be mine. Okay. Interesting technique. In quotation.
It worked.
It did.
Ramp it up to 100.
Yeah, but the rules now are just like before it was just a matter of defending those things, and that was it. Like I knew what I had to defend against you and what position I would get into. And now I'm like, fuck. Damn, he knows that one too. Oh shit, knows that one. So all I don't know how to do them. I just know how to not get killed by them. And that's all I do. Yeah, so it's just a different, more fun. It's more fun to roll with you now because it's like I don't know what you're gonna do. Like I didn't even when you were dead, you tried to grab my leg. Yeah. I was like, nice, because you rolled into that pretty nicely. I gave you a little space and you rolled into it. I was like, oh, this is pretty good.
Well, thank you.
I mean, it wasn't locked in worth shit.
No.
But
at least you tried.
Yes, you did. I gave you credit. I just stood there for a second, like, nice,
cute, good effort.
You can do that all day. And
golf clap.
Yeah. And then when I realized you were trying to push me over, then I just passed.
You could have just fell down for me, bro. Just fall down.
There was just no pressure. I didn't know you were doing that. I thought you were just trying to like chill for a second. I'm like, is he trying? Oh, he's trying to push me over.
Go.
Well, you can see. Well, you saw it in the video. I was just standing there straight up, like.
Yeah, you almost did the really.
Because I didn't know what you were doing. I thought you were just like, oh, maybe he's just resting for a minute. I'll give him a moment.
No, it's not resting.
No. Oh, quick question. How terrible did I look on that video? Holy shit.
No, you look fine.
I look terrible.
Nah.
It was hard. I had not stretched. I had not done anything.
Oh, you didn't do anything wrong, bro. You just went in there cold.
And I'm like, fuck, I'm cold. So my knees are all like,
I mean, you didn't have much to worry about if we're honest.
Not really. Yeah. And it was fun as shit because it was just, I was just trying. When I tried to give you a quick rest, you would just try to defend again. I'm like, I'm not even doing anything. Then I would just slide to another position.
I wanted to be pushed the entire time.
You did good.
So I want to make sure that I was giving as much as I had to give.
Okay.
Croiler got on side control, and I'm like, I just didn't feel like I could move.
Yeah.
And he goes, it's just going to get worse if you don't move. So I'm like, oh God, I don't know how though. Like my brain,
it's gone.
It's done.
It's all gone.
I'm trying to make you proud, sir.
But you did. You look good though, because you kept moving all the way through Croiler. You really did. So, but anyways, go back to your readings. I just wanted to add that I felt I looked like shit. I'm like, man, I don't think I know jiu-jitsu.
No, you're fine. It's not you. It's me. Take that. All right, work on fluidity. So that's a lot of people hear that purple going into brown. You have to be more fluid. It's tough because it seems they're not giving you like how. Yeah. Right? Like, how do I get fluid?
Come again?
Can you give me a step-by-step process of how to become fluidity? Like, can you do that for me? Is that a thing?
Is that a thing?
Yeah. One of the biggest differences in a purple belt roll when compared to a blue belt is the fluidity of the motions. Up until now, you have been focused on straight lines going direct from point A to point B. Now you should incorporate a few side roads and truck stops along the way.
Love a good Slurpee from a truck stop.
Yeah, innocuous, but go. All right, your partners will start to defend correctly against your technique, so you need to be able to smoothly transition into another motion in order to completely switch gears or circle around to a different approach to your original path. For example, if you are going for an arm lock and your opponent correctly defends so you aren't able to submit them, rather than repeatedly waste your energy on getting the move to be successful, move up and set up a different arm bar. Another option is usually open and available to you, so don't allow yourself to get stuck in jiu-jitsu tunnel vision. A failed submission is not a failed roll. That is huge. Yeah. Holy crap. If you're fighting,
and he's right about that level, because that's like when you're hitting purple, that's when you start to see guys, like you said, put things together, and that's kind of what that's saying, right? Yep. Is it's not just this, it's getting this to this to this.
Yep.
So it makes a great roll. Like for me to watch purple, it's just like you. I'm like, yeah, I'm never doing that.
Yeah. I rolled with Ben a lot, and I know we mentioned him on the show quite a bit. I
love Ben.
Yeah,
he's got to come on. He's been meaning to come on.
Yeah, so he's always been one of my favorites, and he got to that level before me, and I remember he caught me in an arm bar.
Yes,
and I was defending pretty well, and I was trying to get out, and he didn't have it. So rather than the attrition of does he break my grip or does he not, he just transitioned really smoothly and easily into the other arm bar. So he just grabbed my other arm, pulled it up, switched arm bars, and then bam, he had him. Like, oh, that was slick.
Yeah, he's really good at the transitions.
Yep, and
he's also a purple belt. Everyone.
Yeah, and I noticed he would go for chokes, and he would sell me on the choke, and I would have to defend it because if I didn't defend the choke, I was getting choked. So he'd do that just to get my arm in the position to take it. So it was always, he started to work on the next thing. And I remember that distinctly going, I need to do more of that.
Yeah.
Because I would focus on, okay, I'm going to go for this arm bar. And that's what I'm going for. Yeah. He's going for the arm bar to get a choke or vice versa or whatever he's doing. And so he started to work on the next thing, which is like, oh. And to this, the point of the article, that's smooth because you're not fighting. It's not like it's not like a wrestling match in attrition and who's stronger and who's got more oomph or any of that. It's just like, oh, okay, you go from one thing to the next and it's seamless and it's like, cool. Yeah. It's jiu-jitsu.
It's jiu-jitsu-y.
All right. Pad your arsenal. In order to have alternative submissions to use in the case of defending. In the case of a defending partner, you will need to get familiar with more techniques from each common position: mount, guard, side control. You should have at least 3 options to pull from. Odd to get a purple belt. Had to learn 3 things from each position, like sweeps, submissions.
Well, you needed 3 sweeps and 3 escapes and 3
sweeps, escapes, submissions. Yep.
Yeah, nice.
So I'm like, yeah, cool. And then it just doubles and then doubles. So really cool. Lost my spot.
Good.
All right. For example, if you are in side control, you are able to slide directly into mount, knee on belly, or half guard. Once you get into your chosen position, you should have another 3 transitions or submissions to go for, and so forth. Breaking down options from major positions will be helpful in rolling, so be sure to experiment and not rely strictly on drilling. Yeah, that's the problem with drilling. It's easy to get single-minded when you're just doing 100 armbar techniques, because then that's all you're doing. So, but if you're doing the situational rolling, then you start going, okay, going for this, and then you can go into that, the other thing, but you start from this position.
Yeah.
And then you can start to ramp up how hard you go in the situational roll, which is great. So that's what he's talking about. Then you can experiment more. Like, cool. Okay, so that's what this slides into. Perfect. All right, and then teach.
Yeah. I
That
don't know.
depends on your school.
Yeah, I was going to say,
yeah,
hold on a minute.
Yeah, you're gonna want to talk to your coach before this. But I like the idea.
Don't just start teaching.
He's got good ideas. Not everybody's a teacher, and you should be coached to teach.
Yes.
Like I said, that's school
Know
dependent.
your school. Know your
It's
school.
personality dependent. It's just Anyway, moving on. Yes, when you reach purple status, you should be able to teach lower belts. I'm not mad at that. Like, you should be able to. Like, if you can't explain it, you probably don't know it well enough anyway.
Yeah.
So, I get it. That's right. You take time every now and then to partner with a new white belt and run through the fundamentals with them. It will help both of you. They will obviously learn a brand new technique, and you will re-familiarize yourself with a foundational jiu-jitsu move. Experiencing basic techniques and skills after you have added more knowledge to your grappling can open your eyes to additional options that you missed the first time. Very true.
Very true.
There's something about showing somebody something that you think you got, like, oh, I don't really know this as well as I thought I did.
Yeah, because you'll miss bits and pieces of it and shit. Yeah.
So it's actually good in that aspect, because you're like, oh, so now you have to go to your coach and be like, what am I missing? Like, I can land an arm bar. I've been doing arm bars for 6 years.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to show him how to do it, and it's falling
and
flat.
He can't do it. That's the thing, is like, because you can explain it, and you're like, okay, I explained that perfectly, right? You're like, yeah,
I got it.
Because that's what I do.
Right.
And then that person tries that, and it's like, yeah, even when I'm watching, it looks like shit. There's an issue.
Right.
So it's crazy. It's super crazy that in your head, you've explained that perfectly. And then you watch that person do exactly what you told them to, and you're like, yeah, that ain't it. Mm-hmm. That is not it.
Yep. So, yeah, I think being coached while you coach is probably a good idea.
Yeah,
I
probably
think that's fair.
Idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least give the caveat, here's how I do it.
Yeah.
Get clarification. Like, don't just say I'm the be-all, end-all.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll show people stuff. But you and I are both like, hey.
Oh, God, I warn everyone. I'm like, whoa. I'll show you what I do.
Yeah.
It's probably not right. You'll want to check in with a real jiu-jitsu person.
I've been here longer. Like, I'm just a blue belt.
Yeah.
I can't say that no more.
Yeah, you can't say that. You're just a purple belt now.
There goes that excuse.
Yeah.
Crap. All right. Similar to you if you rewatch a movie and you actually pick up on the clues that are hidden in the background, I don't get that. Anyway. Moving on. You can also learn a lot from working.
Paul doesn't get that.
Guys, I just think it was unnecessary.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid.
Okay. You can also learn a lot from working with kids' classes. If your school has beginner classes, try to make it to a few to either assist the coach or to just watch before the adult class a few times a month. Observe the skills they are learning and the way it's described to them. The verbiage is bound to be different and could make something click that you've been struggling with. Kids also ask a lot of questions, especially ones that adults are too embarrassed to bring up. That's a good point. If you have one that you have convinced yourself not to ask because you think it's dumb, then chances are you'll get the answer just by listening to class. That's a good point.
Makes sense.
It's funny because I actually hear some of the adults, like the less than blue belts, I guess, white belts, maybe early blue belts, go, hey, this is neat. Like, they're watching the kids' class.
And they catch something.
Yeah, they go, I should probably come to I've heard it a lot. I should probably come to the kids' class.
Yeah. They're saying it jestingly, but not really. There's always a little line of truth.
Well, it's in jest, but it's like, it's all, exactly. It's truthful.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, you probably should come to the kids' class. They're learning the same
do it
stuff
step
you
by
are.
Step.
Yep.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. That's actually a really good piece of advice.
I love jiu-jitsu. So great.
It's funsies. Enjoy your time as a blue belt and have fun growing your Brazilian jiu-jitsu skills. Though we all tend to be focused on the next big step, a stripe, a belt promotion, sometimes it's better to just take it day by day and break it down a little more.
Nice.
The end.
The end.
The end. Yeah, I thought that was actually
And by the way, Paulie has no connection to him whatsoever. I was thinking of someone totally different.
Yeah?
Yeah, Henry.
Akins.
Yeah.
You were thinking something. That's totally different.
No, it's totally different person, different style, so it's really funny. But no, I put two different conversations together in my head. Didn't work out well. No.
Yeah, he's a big fan of
fucking
Henry.
huge. They become friends, so that's very cool. Why somebody would be Paul's friend?
Weird.
Not sure.
Yeah, maybe he acts differently around other people. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe he acts normal.
No,
no.
It can't be it.
I love Paul.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Oh, guy's awesome.
But yeah, so thank you for all your help.
Now you thank me.
Yeah.
Now.
I got thrown under the bus, so I wanted to make sure not to do it twice. So here's me thanking you in front of our millions and millions of followers for all the encouragement and the help and the fortitude mentally that you've given me over the years. Thank you, Kip, for being my brother in arms in this.
So here's
you shut up. I'm not done thanking you, son of a bitch.
So here's the deal.
I hate you.
Paul, and I'm going to prerequisite this with I don't give a shit.
Oh, he cares.
No, I don't. It's hilarious, though. I'll do anything to give Paul a hard time. So,
I hadn't noticed.
Yeah. No. And so Paul does this impromptu speech at the end, which was very cool. He was the only one testing, so it kind of fit what you were doing.
Okay, I wasn't planning a speech.
Impromptu.
I wasn't... I was the only one testing, so I'm like, if somebody else
you want
is
to
testing,
thank everybody.
if
There's
somebody
a
else
lot
is
of
testing
people
with
there.
me, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, it's a little different. When you're the only one that's like, well, everyone's watching, you get your belt, you turn around, they're all looking at you, clapping. It's like, well, you guys, and it's a team.
Yeah.
Like, when you test the way, especially the way we do, but in general, it's like, especially with the cardio, dude, your team's there the whole fucking time. And there's no way you're getting through that by yourself. If you're just running around like a dipshit, with no one pushing you, you're not getting through that.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen. It's 45 minutes straight of shit that's meant to kill you.
So to your point, I just want to interject that.
Yeah.
The shit you go through is for the person testing. Anybody that shows up to do it with you
has to do it.
It's solidarity because they love you as a person and they want to go through the same shit as you.
Yeah.
And it means a lot.
It really does. So Paul makes a nice impromptu speech. Thanks my wife. Thanks his wife. Thanks his parents. Thanks the kids. Thanks everyone else. And then just fucking leaves me out. Like I'm nothing. I mean nothing to your jiu-jitsu journey
team,
whatsoever. Yeah, I'm just part of the team now. I'm just part of the team.
Big deal to me.
Fucker.
Big deal.
You motherfucker.
Love my team that you're part of.
So that's all I am. Just a single teammate amongst many. Fucking dick.
At least you're not bitter.
No.
But no, for real, thank you. On the show in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
But for real though, your wife helped a lot.
No, my wife. I'll tell you this: the team.
Explain that.
The team was great. They were there for everything. For the test and all that. Watching him sit in the middle and do fucking calisthenics while we run around. And then, and his wife is so supportive in this and was very supportive in the fact of you getting your purple belt. She was super, super proud of you. So
she pushed me a lot towards that.
And, your purple belt hat, I lost that motherfucker. So you were supposed to have a purple belt hat that was delivered a long time ago. Yeah, I lost that motherfucker.
How did you lose my hat?
I don't know. I really don't. I think it got lost during the move, to be honest with you. And that's my bad. Oh. So don't blame your wife. She's super mad at me. Super mad.
I can see that.
It's coming anyways. Al's not real happy with me either right now.
I'll pay for it this time.
No, I offered to pay for the fucker. I did like 4 times. I'm like, dude, seriously, charge me for this because it's my fault.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, you should.
I'll probably just send him money anyways. No, I'm not sending him money anyways because honestly, it's my fault because he's getting another one made.
You should have a donate page for his regardless movement anyway.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
you should. I'll donate it there.
Yeah, you should have a donate page.
Yeah, I'll say take this regardless. Anyways, so beautiful that you said that, but let's just take out of those things as the emotional support. Physical and emotional and just overall support came so much from my wife. My wife was there every single Sunday for months. Didn't miss.
Without fail.
Just to let Paul use her as an ugi.
Yeah.
Over and over and over. If you didn't know, my wife, her wrist hurt. No, her fucking thumb was hurting to the point where she couldn't pick shit up the day before. Just so you know.
Ew.
Yeah. And she was like, don't tell Paul. He will do something stupid and not he either won't use me as Zuki or something that will fuck up the whole thing. And she goes, do not tell him it hurts. Because it hurt on the way to the fucking gym. And she still went through it with you. Wow. And made sure she was your Uki. So for you to thank her, and nothing against the rest of the people there at all, because your wife was awesome.
Yeah, this is not bashing on anybody. This is giving a lot of credit where credit is due.
Yeah, and there's a lot of credit due to my wife. And if you can have a teammate like my wife, you are a fucking fortunate person. Because I was supposed to be your training. I was never going to be your rookie because I weigh too damn much. But
it was helpful that she's small.
Yes, but I was going to be I was going to be there every Sunday. Right. But then I had surgery, so the last 4 months, because I couldn't really come on Sundays because it was just painful. My wife just every day, every single day, and
she would call me up and ask me, "Do you need to cover the test?"
Yes, Well, she came over the Wednesday, the Thursday. Yeah. She's like, "Can I? Do you want to go over your test? I'll come over." Yep. She came right over. And not a thought in it. Like, Paul needs to go through the test, so I'm taking off.
So, she was definitely instrumental in me getting my purple belt.
Yeah, and everybody needs that.
Yeah, Ben helped out. Morgan helped out.
Jesse.
Jordan helped out. Jesse, I want to give him a shout-out to because he was huge, too. He was there just about every Sunday without fail, unless work got in the way. That was the only thing. Like, if he was on vacation in another state.
Or out of work. Work in another state.
He was there, and he helped me with every one of my transitions that I needed to learn on the test.
Yes.
That would work with my body. So he worked with me, figured out what I could do, and him and Jordan did a lot of that, and they were patient, so I had to write it longhand as I'm learning the moves that would work with me so that I could perform these moves on the test perfectly, or as perfectly as I could get them.
Yep.
So huge shout out to Jesse. I mean, he's a big deal. He's a modern day samurai, and I can't say enough good things about him either.
He's a brother for sure, and So, but lastly, I'll say congratulations, because all the help in the world is great, but if you don't have the fortitude to get it through and put pencil to paper and make that shit happen, it doesn't happen. So you should be very proud of yourself. I'm not usually nice. So this is very difficult for me.
Well, I appreciate it.
And you did awesome. It was fun to watch. I'm glad I got to be a small part of it at the end. Thank you again to Chad to let me be in part of that.
Chad. That was
really cool, because I know I wasn't supposed to be there. Actually, Jamal goes, "Why the hell's Kip there?"
You shut your face.
You shut your face.
We're buddies, damn it.
Damn it. Shut up.
So
I can't tell him to shut up, by the way. That dude would beat the shit out of me. Oh my God. Yeah, UFC fighter. That's cool. It's a good person to mouth off too.
True that.
I do it all the time.
So as somebody that never thought he was going to do it, and that's done it, I want to encourage everybody that doesn't think they'll ever be there. Just keep going, keep showing up, do the grind. You can get there. Like, if I can do it, literally everybody can do it. Like, I'm that guy.
Oh, no, that's totally true.
I'm that, like, oh, okay.
You're so the average Joe.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get to train 5 days a week or 7 days a week. I'm not that guy. I'm not the best at learning this stuff. I don't just pick it up like some people do. Yep. Like, some people just go, oh, okay, I get it now. I'm not that guy. Like, everything takes work, and it's in pain, and I mean, shit. And I'm going to tell you, for me, it's worth it. Like, when I got the purple belt, it meant more to me than I ever thought it would. It was, I don't want to say emotional, but there's no other word. It's like, it was emotional. It was a really cool feeling. So I want to encourage anybody that thinks, probably not going to be me. I'll, blue belt for life or white belt for life. No, just keep showing up, keep going, put in the work, enjoy the process. You'll get there.
Get you a purple belt.
Get you a purple belt. Do it.
All right.
Get some.
I did forget something. We have a discount code for Gameness and Top Mount. GD10 at checkout will save you some money at both of those.
At Gameness and at Top Mount.
Yes. He made it simple.
So once again, thank you to Gameness for becoming a newest sponsor of the show. I think that's fantastic.
And all the continued support from our other sponsors,
absolutely.
Tap Tape, and Top Mount.
Chad Croyler. Yep.
Love it. You guys make this show amazing. We keep growing. We keep the Flick Chat keeps getting bigger. So check us out on Flick Chat.
Our patrons are awesome.
Patrons are great. There's one of our guys in the description on Flick Chat that's what he is part of what he is a patron.
Nice.
I'm like, like it.
Yeah. If you want to be part of the conversation, join the Flick Chat app in the App Store. And probably any of them.
Yeah, it's in all of them.
Okay. And Grappling Dads, all one word. And just come be part of the GD community.
It's a lot of fun. Even if you're not going to say anything, it's a lot of great information and funny ass shit just to follow along with. So just get in there. It's a lot of fun. And we'll see you in a week or so, I think.
I got a lot of support and love from the
Oh, you did.
the FlickChat app,
I guess I'm skipping past that. That was amazing.
It meant a lot to me. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I can't tell you enough how much it really meant to me. So.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Anyway, thanks. Love you guys.
All right, guys.
I got nothing else.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.